The corona pandemic is determining our times, and therefore, during these times, we are having a conference of the EU transport ministers under the auspices of the German EU Council presidency, as we have the particular focus on finding a way for developing a pandemic contingency plan. This plan is to give us the opportunity to allow for cross-border rail transport for the future as well, despite crises and emergencies. During the time of the lockdown, we saw endless traffic jams at the border crossings, and unilateral decisions in member states affected other member states, and therefore we need harmonized decisions. One aspect of this is the hygiene concept and the behavioral rules that we have agreed upon. So this means we need a harmonized way of respecting each other and taking care of each other while taking the train in Europe, for instance, by using masks. And this is what we have reached during the EU Council presidency. These rules do not only apply to Germany, but everywhere in Europe, and these were adopted as such. These behavioral rules are indispensable, particularly for passenger transport. When it comes to goods transport, we now need to develop a contingency plan for these kind of times. We have to make sure that there are no surprises abruptly, but that we are well informed, that we have a harmonized platform which provides this kind of information. And therefore, with different applications, we are testing how the information flow can be maintained in a way that hauliers, logistic staff, and the authorities know what was decided at the EU level. During such emergencies, we have to take each other into account, but we also depend on one another in order to allow for cross-border goods transport. So my focus now is on the benchmarks for a contingency plan, and I would like to discuss this today with the transport ministers. During the next months, we want to progress in this area in order to make sure that such situations are not repeated. This contingency plan is the basis for being better coordinated. During such crisis situations, national decisions should not have a tripling effect on other EU member states, but everyone should have the same information and be able to coordinate reactions. And therefore, this conference of the EU transport ministers is so important today. Another aspect is equally vital. We are globally seeing a reallocation of and rebalancing of the aviation industry. Airports, air service, navigation providers, all of these suffered severely during the corona crisis, and therefore I'm all the more happy to see that the Commission will present a plan today on how we can better coordinate the single European sky and design it in a way that national responsibilities are not cut, but that we can cooperate and coordinate our measures and join forces. We want to protect the environment and find a proper way for a harmonized European single sky. This is what we'll discuss today, the pandemic contingency plan and the single European sky. I'm looking forward to a fruitful discussion with my colleagues. These are two important projects that we are progressing during the EU Council presidency, and I'm looking forward to a good cooperation also with the European Commission. When it comes to the other sectors of transport, we also have to focus on crisis preparation and use the crisis in order to learn lessons and to be better prepared for the European next crisis. Thank you.